Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Timintayo Olawale-Olatujoye, and this is the Evolve Talk, where I speak about everything marital, relationship, family, parenting, and faith. And today I'll be starting a series called the FAQ series. That's frequently asked questions on relationships, marriages, parenting. It's going to be quite a lengthy series, but I believe that you're going to enjoy them. So I'll be answering a number of questions that I believe that is in the heart of many people, and some questions that have been pushed to me to answer on Evolve Talk. So today I'll be answering this question: how do you set boundaries in relationships? These, because relationship is something quite broad. This, I believe, is about setting boundaries in courtship when you're in a relationship with an individual that is heading towards marriage. How do you set boundaries in place? Now, here's where I'm going to begin. Because of the world that we live in presently, a lot of believers, want to have certain level of liberty in their relationships, and then they would, in trying to enjoy this liberty, as it were, it leads them into things that they ordinarily would not believe that they could do in relationship. And here's the wisdom I want to share with you. I want to share a personal experience that I believe would really, really benefit you. So while I was in courtship, of course, I'm married now. While I was in courtship, of course, as young persons, it didn't really look like a big deal to hold hands, at least in public spaces, to see yourself after a while, have a light hug, and all of those things that are just very normal and very usual. And it wasn't a big deal, actually. Is it a big deal? It wasn't. But you know how our relationship was submitted to this person that his own kind of way is old school in quotes. We call those kind of people or persons old school in their approach. His own kind of way is the old kind of way where, say, sister, day your day, no hug, no peck, no holding of hands, and all of those things. And then we sat before him. He was an elderly person, and he told the two of us, if I hear that you hold your hands, or you are hugging yourself, or you're praying, even in open places, he asked us to pray online that God will answer. At first, we looked at ourselves like, are we in 1963? But at a moment, we saw that this is a man full of wisdom, and is supplying us the wisdom not to tempt ourselves. And what did we do? We obeyed the instruction to the very last, and it was so helpful. I tell you, it's all in the it doesn't matter that you enter into things that you don't know that you could do. So I believe that when you are actually in a courtship, the first advice I will give is, when you're not ready to marry, you don't have marriage in view, it's better not to start it at all, because it will be very difficult, as only in cases where it's a distant relationship, where the other person lives quite far from you, could you have that capacity to manage it to an extent. But if this is someone you see almost every day or every now and then, it is a lot to manage. So it's just better to put some of these measures in place, and do it even in the new school day, the old school way. You know, just the little things that does not matter, let it matter. When you allow such thing matter, what would happen is you would easily forgo temptations, right? Avoid holding each other's hands, especially in private places. Avoid things that could kind of call your emotions into to spark, right? It's just an advice. It's not a law in the scripture, as it were, but I know the scripture told us to flee youthful lust. So one of the ways you flee is also being mindful, is at the spot of what can look like it, that you actually pick race. That was what that elderly person taught us, that don't even give it a space, a breathing space at all. Don't allow it, not to talk of now nursing it or growing it, then it becomes a wildfire that is so hard to quench. I believe that this is wisdom for the wise, and it's very helpful. Thank you so much for listening to Evolve Talk today. God bless you.